But the Bible teaches, listen, that if you've only been born once, if your mama is the only time you ever got born, you're going to die twice. You go over to Revelation 21:8, it talks about the whoremongers, the sorcerers, it talks about the idolaters, it talks about the abominable people, and then it just throws in all liars, just so it lump us all in there, because we're all liars. And you say, I'm not a liar, I'm offended that you said that. Well, you just lied again. See, one lie, if I kill one person, I'm a killer. See, we like to judge each other. We say, well, I only killed one person, you killed 8. Wow, you've got a real moral, situation on your hands. If you kill one person, you're a killer. If I rob one bank, I'm a bank robber. By the way, if you've ever told one lie, you're a liar. In Revelation 21:8, I encourage you to go over and study that in your own time. It says that all these bad people, the fearful, the unbelieving, the idolaters, the whoremongers, and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. Now listen, if you're on that list, honey child, you're going to die second death. Fire and brimstone in the lake of fire. But if you've been born twice, man, you'd say, how can we be born twice? Well, Nicodemus, I'm glad you asked. See, when you talk to somebody and say, I don't understand about being born, do I go in my mother's womb and be born again? No, your mama ain't going to like that. She had enough trouble with you the first time. But to be born both in a physical sense and then be born again in the spirit, you only die once. That second death, that fire and brimstone, does not apply to you. So see, if you're only born once, you have to die twice. But if you've been born twice, you only die once. And the second death does not pertain to you at all. Why? You say, why is that? Because Jesus Christ is the life. He brings life eternal. Look again there at verse number 6. He says, Jesus said, I am the way. Whoa, we talked. He is the only way. He's the truth. Anything other than Jesus Christ is a lie. And then he says, and the life. He's the way, he's the truth, and he's the life. You have a choice, friend. You say, well, I'm not ready to choose. Okay, then you choose no. That's the bad thing. Some people say, well, surely if nobody's ever heard the gospel, now think about this. And I'm sure there are people that think like this. What if somebody over in Venezuela, before August 30th, before the carts go there, what if somebody in Venezuela who lives in a way out of the way jungle, they've never ever heard about Jesus Christ? Surely God wouldn't let them go to hell. Now, don't raise your hand, but I know there's people who believe just like that. If somebody has never heard of Jesus Christ, how could God? Now, be careful when you start saying, how could God? Because he's God. Let me reverse the logic on you. Let me reverse the whip. You send a whip my way, I'm going to reverse the whip and send it back your way. You say, how could God hold somebody accountable who's never heard? Okay, very good. Now I've got that. I received that. But let me answer your question with the question. If your thinking is true, then why is it not idiotic for Jesus Christ to tell the church to go into all the world and preach the gospel? If you never hear about Jesus, so you're not held accountable, and you get to go to heaven anyway, then why would we dare send a missionary? Brother Cart might accidentally tell somebody and they don't get saved. We might have people in our church that are hearing the gospel and they might not get saved. And then now they're going to go to hell because I ruined it for them because I told them. We would be idiotic beyond compare. We would be damning people to hell by telling them about Jesus Christ and them not accepting. So let me ask you a question. Are you going to trust in your logic of if nobody ever hears, they're not going to go to hell? Or are you going to trust in Jesus Christ who says, hey, church, you better go into the uttermost parts of the world. You better go into all the world and preach the gospel. If not hearing is an excuse, then why go? Why would we not just say, shh, don't tell your neighbors, certainly don't tell your kids, your grandkids, don't tell anybody. Let's keep it a secret that Jesus Christ is the Savior so everybody can go to heaven. You know in your heart that's not how it works. That's why you bring your children. That's why you pray for your mama to get saved. That's why you pray for your brothers and sisters to get saved. That's why you bring your nieces and nephews. That's why you bring your neighbors' kids. That's why you do what you can for Jesus Christ. That's why we support missions. That's why we go around the world. That's why we pass out tracts. That's why we knock on doors. That's why we endure persecution. That's why we allow doors to get slammed in our face. That's why we do what we do, because it's not an option not to tell people about Jesus, because there is no excuse, because Jesus Christ is the only way. He didn't say me and ignorance of me is the way. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And look at it, verse number 6. No man cometh unto the Father. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. He didn't say no man cometh unto the Father but by me or ignorance of me. Nobody's going to heaven without Jesus. And you go, what about those people? Bless God, we better send somebody to those people. You say, well, we don't have enough money. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough time to worry about what kind of money we have to. We've got to send somebody. You say, well, we don't have a missionary going to that area. Well, if God's laying on your heart, honey, it may be time to go to the mission field. People are dying around the world. Here's the problem. They're not just dying around the world. They're dying on our street without Jesus Christ.